GGRC.
Hey everybody, welcome to the first trailer reaction for E3 2019 here on GGRC. Of course, I'm RC, and I got my buddy Sushi over here hanging out. See if we can get him into frame. There he is. What's up, buddy? Sleeping as usual. That's what he does. Guys, we're going to be taking a look at the Jedi Fallen Order game by Respawn. This is a game that a lot of people have been really looking forward to seeing, and I gotta say, I am definitely not disappointed by what they're showing here. They gave us almost 15 minutes of gameplay footage, which I was like, yeah! Because, you know, I talk about this year after year during E3. I'm not a big fan of trailers that they show, like teasers and such, where they give you a little bit of a CG taste of the game. And it's kind of like, okay, cool, I'm glad you announced the game, but this doesn't get me excited until I actually see what the game is going to look like. Now we know what the game is going to look like, and I can say it looks awesome. The rest of EA's press conference was kind of like, you know, they did the EA Play 2019 presentation, and they showed this right off the bat. They basically started with the showstopper with this here. They went into some cool stuff with, you know, Apex Legends and some of their other games and stuff, but then, like, as it went on, it just kind of, like, trailed off, and I was like, all right, well, I guess that's EA. No Need for Speed this year or anything like that. This actually is going to be the only trailer I'll be reacting to today, so here we are with Jedi Fallen Order. Let's jump into it right now. All right, you guys ready? I've already watched this once, but I'm excited to watch it again. This is going to be pretty cool. So as you can see there, it says it's alpha game footage. You get little creatures there running in. Already, the world is like fully realized. It looks beautiful. This is great. As soon as they were swooping in on this shot earlier, I was already excited because I'm like, man, this is going to look great. Or rather, it looks great. It's going to be great, is what I should say. So you can see one of his abilities here. He's able to throw a rope on and swing over. Very cool. He's got a double jump. And, hey, do you guys like Titanfall? There's some wall running for you. Gonna have some almost like Prince of Persia-esque climbing going on here. We're gonna hang out with Forrest Whitaker for just a second here.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
Oh, abusing the Wookiees. Who does that?
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Look at this little guy.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Alright, so we had to free the Wookiees. All of Chewie's family here. I love the little robot that they introduced in the game here.
Come on, buddy.
I didn't catch his name during the presentation. It's very similar to like a BB-8, you know, type of name. So like B-18 or something. It was something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But I like him. I like his personality. But I'm a big robot fan, so there's that. I like this here. Almost like throwback to like Metroid Prime, you know, map display there, which I think is really cool. He can see where he has to go. Now we're heading out on our adventure to save the Wookiees here. There's your lightsaber. And boom, there's your force push. You guys might remember that kind of thing from the Unleashed series. I see those little firebugs there and up top there. Those are actually going to come into play a little bit later into the trailer. Look at the little bot running. Love that little bot, like, kind of hangs out on his back. Really, really nice scenery. And of course, there's your Star Wars laser pew-pew sounds. We know it's about to get real here in a second. More force push action there. So what I like about it is they added a double jump, and I feel like that they are more concerned about, like, gameplay just feeling good, the character feeling fun to control here. They're not focusing on a double jump being realistic or anything like that, which is what I like. Here we go. Awesome move. Of course, you can reflect their bullets right back at them, like you could in past games. I love that you can bring the character towards you like that. It's a really cool move. You're going to see here you can actually slow time down, too. So they got bullet time added into Star Wars. And, of course, you can throw the saber, too. So, from what I remember, it seems like a lot of these moves are sort of lifted from the Unleashed series. Which is not a bad thing. Oh, that was great. Using the environment, using the robot there to push him into the bad guy. I love it. And I just want to point out here, too, that just how pretty this looks. You go from the jungle into this base, and it just looks really nice. Nice combat. Very cool moves. And he got a skill point for doing all the action. Now, after the presentation, the guy did say that a lot of the characters in the game will react to each other. They'll infight and that kind of thing. But if you only sit back and watch, you're not going to earn skill points or experience. So you want to make sure you get in on the action to earn those points and upgrade your character. Love this almost like mini-boss battle here. He's got sort of like the Darth Maul, like saber bow thing going on there. I will make you hurt. These stormtroopers, man, real angry dudes. That's probably why they joined up in the first place, right? There it is. Boom.
We've got them on the run. Keep pushing.
Sort of a parry there to take the guy out, which is kind of cool.
I'll fix that. Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi.
Get these Wookiees out of lockup.
Think you can help me, BD?
They're trading cigarettes for combs and stuff to keep their hair straight. Here we go, we're going to inch through. Yeah, so this game sort of, to me, has a mix of Uncharted and Prince of Persia kind of going on, with a much better combat system. The combat system in this, like, see, it feels like they took it from Unleashed, if I had to guess. But they definitely doesn't feel as, and it might get this way further into the game, but it doesn't feel as frantic. Sometimes Unleashed fights felt. Sometimes Unleashed also had like really empty areas too, so this definitely doesn't feel that way either. Love these flamethrower troopers here. These are cool. Just throwing time down here to get up in there and do some damage. That guy's pack just exploded. Love the fire tech here too. This looks really good. You can actually catch on fire, which he did for a split second there. But I love the idea that you're going to be fighting against nature and the elements, too. You had these bugs that they were fighting, and later on you'll see more of that. Here you go. Here's your Prince of Persia type stuff going on here. Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed, you know the drill.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
Here we go. Gonna force that thing to saw through, and that'll give us a way to get to the Wookiees here.
Oh, a shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing.
Here we go.
You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
Good banter between him and the robot. Obviously, like some good character dialogue going on, which I love. Now here's some more of the nature versus trooper stuff going on. You got these gigantic spiders, and this is another example of where you can watch it all unfold if you want, but you're not going to get any experience if you don't get involved. So he sort of like flanks him from the top here, takes him out. I feel like I would have picked him up and tried to throw him at one of the spiders or something, but that's something I'm going to have to do later when I actually play the game myself. All right, now it's him versus Spider. Love that. He throws the web out, can tie you up there. Very cool. These spiders are huge, too. Hopefully nobody watching has arachnophobia. Break out of there. Whoa! Better watch yourself. Alright, you should probably focus on one, take it out. There you go. Move go after the next one here. It's a big spider with a big bubbly type of body and everything. Definitely gonna freak out anybody who hates spiders. There you go, another skill point. So they got 2 that you could potentially use here. Unfortunately, I don't think they really get into the menu system. I don't believe they show any of that off, which is unfortunate. Would love to see what some of his other abilities are and some of the things that you can unlock.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Love that the spiders are fully realized here, too. Forced Echo. This trooper was ambushed and killed by... So it looks like you could actually... those are things you'll collect through the game. Sort of like a log or something like that. You get to see how people were taken out. But I was going to say, I love that the visual storytelling is there for the spiders. Wow, that was harsh. Harsh way to go. Stabbed in the butt. There was also a little... I didn't notice that before. A little prompt there so you can scan the area. But I love the visual storytelling with the spiders and everything in this area. It's like, one of the proper ways to tell stories in games is to, you know, your whole game has an overarching story, but each level to have its own sub-story. Like this one telling the story about, like, how they've taken over this jungle area and they're fighting over, or they're fighting against all these really crazy bugs in the area. It's smart. Okay, so we got some kind of a force move there that holds things still. That's kind of cool. There's your scan. Okay, so the scan is used for the little bot there. So he just scanned the barrels there, so that'll probably add stuff to your log in your menu.
They're coming. Oh, this is it. At least we have the high ground. What was that? Cutter 7 is active.
I always love when they tell story pieces like that where you're like, you know, crawling underneath or behind something and they don't quite know you're there. I've always loved that kind of stuff. Ooh. Harsh. Absolutely harsh. I don't think these guys were trained to deal with somebody with a actual dangerous Jedi prowess. He just throws his thing and they are done. Look at that bullet. That was cool. Able to pick that guy up with your force and then use his own bullet to kill him. That's definitely going to be an achievement in the game when the game comes out later. There you go. Slow that down. So that must have been what that is. It's actually a slowdown move, because he used that previously. I thought it was making it stand still, but it's still moving. Just going very slow. More Prince of Persia tightrope walking there.
And our reinforcements in retreat. Good. Sir, the fewer distractions, the better. Jedi incoming.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Yep, force push that guy out. Get rid of him. And we got a mini-boss and some troopers to take care of here. Now, I love all the options available to you to combat all these guys. You can pull them, you can throw them, you can stab them when you grab them. Like, there's just, like, so many cool things going on. Look, he actually slowed that guy down. I didn't know you could do it to enemies, so that's cool. Oh, did you see him put his bow in the ground there as he was pulling him towards him? He put the bow in the ground like, nope, you're not grabbing me. Really cool character animation. Nope. There it is. He's done.
Little help. Need to slice this.
And in we go. Really nice musical cues, too, now that I'm listening to it through headphones and whatnot. Love that he runs into an area and they start the musical cue before the cutscene starts. Just really adds to the whole, like, cinematic experience of it. Uh-oh. This is not going to be good.
Visitation is not permitted.
And great place to end it. So it looks like you're going to be dealing with those robots quite a bit, honestly, to help people out. People or Wookiees, of course. There you go. There it is. Jedi Fallen Order. And I gotta say, this game looks great. You'll notice that at the very beginning of the trailer, I might have cut it off, though. At the very beginning of the trailer and at the end of the trailer, they actually show Xbox logo both times. So, I don't know, was that announced that this is an Xbox exclusive? I might have missed that at that point, or maybe... I'm not really sure. Maybe it has timed exclusivity. I'm not really sure. But regardless, it is coming out this fall in November. I'm pretty pumped for this game. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I know, some Star Wars characters. I keep up with the movies for the most part. But I would not call myself a, super hardcore Star Wars fan. I'm a casual fan. I like the movies. I enjoy them. But I am legit excited for this game now. Like I said at the beginning, this is by Respawn, the guys who brought us Titanfall. They always come out with great stuff. The few games that they have worked on and brought us, Titanfall, Titanfall 2, Apex Legends, all their stuff has always been great. And this is their first game as a company, post Call of Duty, that they're actually going to be, releasing that isn't Titanfall related. Apex Legends actually takes place in the Titanfall universe too. And you can see some of that flavor is in here, though, with the wall running and that kind of thing. But I'm super excited for this. I know Vince Zampella, he left Infinity Ward all those years ago to start Respawn and do this whole thing, him working with Call of Duty and stuff to bring us Titanfall, which is actually a really cool series, very underrated in my opinion. So I'm glad to see him working on a big franchise like Star Wars to bring this to us, because it looks like it's going to be great. Like I said, it looks like a combination, if I had to say, between Prince of Persia or Assassin's Creed with Uncharted, with the, Star Wars Unleashed combat, that kind of thing. Looks like a winner to me. Looks great. So you could definitely add this to my hype list for sure. Definitely one of the games I'm looking forward to checking out later. But there you go, guys. I will see you all in the next trailer reactions I have for this year. This will be it for today. But there'll be more coming tomorrow, and I'm excited to see what's going to be announced. All right. See y'all then.